Good afternoon, guys. What's up? Matt the Collector here. Whoops, I forgot my Diet Mountain Dew. You gotta have it. Anyway, welcome back to the show. Today I'm just talking to you guys about what we did today. Same as I always do, a little vlog style. Damn, my beard is getting stupid big. We probably gotta go get it cut. If not, my mustache is gonna take over my face. But let's get through it today. So I always say this and I think that I end up going over what I was thinking, but today, not a super lot that we did. We got a new puppy. All right, we're going to start a whole Pokemon thing about talking dog. So it's taken me a little bit to kind of do this and it's kind of rough, but about a week ago, I lost my dog that I had for 10 years. His name was Copper and he was the best dog in the entire world. Fast forward to day before yesterday, we got a new puppy because I want to be that person that keeps a dog, rescuing a dog, every chance that I get. And I don't have the room for multiple dogs, and I don't want to try to keep up with multiple puppies at a time, so I'm going to do the next best thing, just make sure I always have one. And it's kind of a promise that I made to Copper. Call me crazy, call me whatever. But I like animals more than people. I know where I stand with an animal more than I know where I stand with people. Okay. So yeah. So we got the new puppy and the new puppy's doing great. Already going outside using the bathroom. Knows how to use the puppy pad. It's about 2 months old. Her name is Seven, named after Seven of Nine from Star Trek because I'm a huge Trek nerd. So maybe we'll make some videos of Seven later on. But yeah, so while that's going on, and this is kind of how I got on this whole subject, while I'm watching the puppy today, I found a way to scan and put in 4,000 cards. So mostly bulk because I like just being kind of a warehouse of cards. I think the model that I mostly stick to, and you've heard me talk about this multiple times, is like the model of like Bulk Kings or the old school Bronze God, or even Burbank Sports, or any of those guys who just have a massive catalog of cards that, like, if you're looking for a card, they got it. I want to be that guy. If you're looking for a card, I want to say, no problem, bro. I got it here. We got you handled, Something came up today in a local Discord for a local game store where I'm at. The owner is nice enough to me. Not only has he hooked me up with some bulk before, but he's also he lets me post in the Discord, or like doesn't mind me, selling the bulk back out. And I think a lot of it helps him too. I'm sure it does, but I mean, that's kind of this whole thing, is the relationships as well. You make good relationships and you take care of other people, they take care of you. I mean, and that kind of goes for everything in life. I live in Louisiana, and there's a thing that's said in Louisiana often because of how corrupt we are known to be. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I don't know if that happens everywhere, but definitely down here in the South, it's really mostly about who you know, not what you know. My entire career has been built on relationships. I'm a finance manager at a dealership when I don't do this. And being a salesman for 11 years, the only reason I got to a point to where I was able to go and move up is because I made those relationships and was able to sell. Now, you may say, 11 years in sales, you must have sucked at sales to take 11 years to get to finance. And you're probably right. I've always said I'm a slow learner. If you go look at my other videos and go see what I was saying in those other ones, you will say also, I'm probably a slow learner because I see what everybody's doing, and I just don't do that. Like, I do something else. And then maybe I'll figure out something new in the process. I don't mind getting my nose kicked in, trying out something new, so that's the fun of it. So speaking of getting your nose kicked in and starting something new, I've been talking about it. We have a show at the end of the month where we are going to be selling, we're going to be vending. And I've vended twice so far, and both times it was great. I started out with some bulk boxes and built my way up from there. I really went with 3 bulk boxes, selling them 10 cents a piece, and then took that money and turned it into the next show where I had cards that were $100, you know, but I think $100 was my max card and everything was under that. But I had a whole Zion case full of cards that were over $20, right? Just for people to walk by and look. This next show is not going to be anywhere near that. It's mostly going to be a few cards that are over $20 and mostly stuff around $10 and under, right? Like I'm going to be like I always say I'm the garage sale table. Like it's easy. You can spend a little bit of money and get a lot. I love that. And I don't mind packing it. It's fun for me too. And not to mention margins on bulk are ridiculously good. You just have to sell a lot. So you have to put in a lot of work. So you get great margins for low money with a lot of work, right? That doesn't work for some people. I get it. Not everybody wants to put in the work. And sometimes I don't want to put in the work either, you know? But these cards, every card means something to somebody. My particular favorite card is a Charcadet, and I don't know if any of those are worth anything other than the promo, right? But the shiny rare, but every one of those is worth it to me. I have 2 binders full of Charcadets for no reason other than I just like the dude, right? And there's people like me out there who like a specific Pokemon for no reason. I'm even about to start like a Shinji art card thing where I kind of build a binder of those. All I got to do is pull them out my inventory and start throwing them in the binder. Look, sounds great. I'm probably going to do that for no other reason than I just like the way the art looks. Look, at the end of the day, I'm a collector at heart. So I had to pick one or the other. Like I had to pick something. And I can't pick them all because if not, I'm not selling nothing. I'm just going to keep it. So I chose Charcadet because I like the dude. And the battle cage is badass in the background. So at this next show, we are using more Sort Swift's abilities. We're basically going to be like a mobile store, a mobile online store. I'm going to cut off TCGPlayer to keep it easy because if not, I can't because they don't have the API tracking. Right now, I don't mind sending the cells over and the spreadsheets back and forth throughout the day. That's not a big deal. But during a show and during a show weekend, I can't see me figuring that out. Unless by the end of the month they come out with API, TCGPlayer is going to be down for that weekend. But during that weekend, I've got plenty of people who come to me and they make like the little keychains and everything, like the cute Pokemon, and they buy the cards 10 cents a piece. I still have 10-cent cards. In fact, if you go look at my shop right now, there's a ton of 10-cent cards. If you make a whole bunch of little keychains or whatever, you want to grab a ton of those cards, grab them. If they're too cute, they cost more because that's where the market is. They're just market on the website. You know, got to make the money somewhere. Can't do them all at 10 cents. I'd kill my hands trying to count them out. I won't say I love my life, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, so we're having a point of sale system on the cards that are worth more than, I don't know, $5. We'll put labels on them and put them in the thing so that way I can just scan them and beep them and stuff like that. And if anybody wants any things from the bulk boxes, which are not bulk boxes anymore, now they're actually inventory that are chaos sorted in, we can have them do it on a kiosk or on a QR code that goes to the website and pick them up in person. There's even a point of sale thing where someone says, do you have like 20, I want 20 Charcadets. I got them. I can pull them up, ring them up, scan their card, done. And then put that over there. They can even do it on credit. I'll charge a little fee for it because everybody knows credit cards will try to get you. And tax is already built into the prices, so I don't have to worry about getting hit with a tax when doing that. So people are marking up their stuff anyway over at shows. I might as well, look, worst case, I'll drop my prices 10% and I'll eat the tax. You know, no big deal. It's bulk. And I bought it for at least under 90%. So as much better percentage than what I end up paying at eBay and TCG and all those places. Other than like Misprint does good and Manipool does good with like their fees. They don't really beat me up too bad. Yep, and I don't have to worry about shipping or nothing like that. See, so I mean, it's just it wins all around. So yeah, you know, that's the plan. That's kind of where we're going. That is the update for today. We'll have more updates tomorrow. We said there's 25,000 cards between the websites right now. That's a whole bunch of duplicates. There's probably close to about 8,000 or 9,000 unique cards. Just I have a whole bunch of certain cards, right? But that's okay. We got them there. If someone wants, I don't know, I had someone buy 40 Merkers for me the other day. It was a particular artist. I know what he's doing with them. I know he's going to resell them or put them in like he's going to make like a artist thing. Go for it. Use me to make your money. Like if you could sell them for more, sell them for more. Absolutely happy with it. I just want to get my little cut and you run. If you're building decks and I got a lot of the cards you need, get them. Run with them. Save me down. Check the website. I'm loading at least somewhere around 1,000 cards daily right now. On like a day where I'm just doing, when I'm doing normal work and stuff. I'm on vacation this week, so I'm loading a ton. So, yeah, roll with it. But anyway, I think that's everything I want to talk about tonight. Actually, I ran over. I said the video wasn't going to be long, and here we are. We're long. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.